fascinating adventure for kids. Hi, everyone. Today, we're going to study the solar system. As you may already be aware, the sun is one of many stars that make up the Milky Way. But to us, it is the most significant light in the sky. Planets orbit the sun, as do comets and asteroids. The sun and everything that revolves around it are together referred to as the solar music system. The planets are among the most fascinating things we should know about the solar system. Let's examine them in order of distance from the sun, beginning with Mercury, Venus, Earth, yes, the planet where we live, and finally traveling to Mars. As you can see, Jupiter is the largest planet, followed by Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, which is the planet that is farthest away. Venus, Mars, and Earth are smaller than Jupiter and are located closer to the sun. Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus. One thing you should be aware of is that all planets travel in what is known as an orbit around the sun. Now let's ask ourselves where the names of the days of the week come from. If we stop to think about it, Monday is named after the moon, which is Earth's natural satellite rather than a planet. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday derive from prehistoric British deities associated with Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, and Venus. Saturn is the source of Saturday's name, albeit the sun is ultimately responsible for it. Sunday, so you know the names of all 8 planets in the solar system with ease if you recall that there is also Uranus, Neptune, and Earth. Look at space. Look at the universe. Have you ever wondered what exactly stars are? They are massive gas spheres that shine in the darkness of music space. On clear nights, we can see thousands of stars in the sky, but there are many more that we are unable to see because they are so far away. All stars, along with the other celestial bodies found in the sky, including the space found between them, form part of the universe. We have already stated that even though stars are extremely far away, we can still see some of them from Earth because chemical reactions occur in them, releasing huge amounts of energy that make them visible to us. This energy emits light, which is why stars shine so brightly. Just like people, as stars age, they can be thought of as firstborn, then growing, and finally disappearing. However, stars have a lifespan of thousands of millions of years, beginning when multiple clouds of gas and dust combine to form a single cloud. These stars are known as youngsters because they are constantly growing, getting hotter, brighter, and more massive. However, as the hydrogen that makes up the star's main fuel runs out, the star gets smaller and smaller until it stops shining, at which point it is said to be dead. Millions of stars combine to create complexes called galaxies, which are drawn closer to one another by gravity. We can detect that galaxies have a variety of forms even from a great distance. Irregular galaxies are mostly made up of young stars and lack a distinct shape. The term elliptic galaxy refers to an elliptical shape, like the one you can see in the image. The majority of the stars that make up this galaxy are in the final stages of their lives, although some older stars may be found in them. Within this group, galaxies are found. Do you know what our galaxy is called? The Milky Way. And within one of its arms is the solar system, which includes Earth, of course. There are more than 100,000 stars in the Milky Way, including the sun, which is the most significant to us. With this knowledge, we can conclude the universe, stars, and solar galaxies. The sun is the center of our system, which is why we call it the solar system. All of the planets in it revolve around the sun, which has been shining in space for more than 4.5 billion years. Yes, that's right. I said B for billion. And scientists believe it will continue to do so for an additional 5 billion years. The sun is an enormous sphere of extremely hot gas that is continuously shining and spinning around. It seems much bigger and brighter than any other star. But that is only because our planet is closer to it than to any other star. Amazing! This sun is made of gas. Though there is some carbon, nitrogen and oxygen, hydrogen and helium make up the majority of this gas. The reason it glows so brightly and emits so much energy is because internal atomic reactions convert hydrogen into helium. To give you an idea, the surface temperature on the sun is 5,800 degrees Celsius. In only 1 second, more energy is released from the sun than has been consumed by all humanity so far. Just in 1 second. Compared to the Earth, the sun is enormous. 1,300,000 planets the size of our Earth can fit inside the sun. It is also very far, far from our planet. Do you know how long it would take us to get to the sun? Well, considering that the sun is 150 million kilometers away, if we were to travel from the Earth to the sun by car at a speed of 100 kilometers an hour, it would take 170 years to get there. Though the light that the sun emits doesn't take that long to get to the Earth, it takes only 8 minutes for the light to travel from the moment it leaves the sun till it reaches our planet. That's 300,000 kilometers a second. It's absolutely mind-blowing. It can circle the world 7 times in 1 second. There is most definitely nothing faster than light. So now we have learned a little more about the sun, our star, and about light. The Earth is the 3rd planet from the sun, and it has a unique characteristic that no other planet we know has. It's the only one that has life on it. Life of all types, plants, and music animals. Its average temperature is 15 degrees Celsius. And because our planet also has water and an atmosphere, it is the perfect place for life. Like other planets of the solar system, the Earth moves in 2 different ways. One is called rotation, and the other is called revolution. The motion of the Earth on its own axis is known as rotation. Rotate means to turn, so the Earth revolves around the axis, an imaginary line that connects the 2 poles. Do you know how long it takes to make a complete turn? It takes 24 hours. Now consider this. 1 day's worth of day and night lasts for 24 hours. So the movement of rotation makes day and night. Interesting, right? All right, let's look at the movement of revolution. As you can see in the pictures, the Earth orbits the sun in an elliptical orbit, which may seem a little strange at first, but if you look, you'll see that it's just the Earth's journey around the sun. Do you know how long it takes to make a complete revolution around the sun? It takes 365 days, or exactly 1 year. This revolution movement is what makes the seasons. Let's recall the 2 types of movement that the Earth makes. Rotation, which is the Earth turning around itself to cause day and night, which lasts exactly 24 hours and is equivalent to a full day. And revolution, which is the Earth traveling around the sun for 365 days. The seasons are determined by the moon. The moon is the only satellite that revolves around our planet. It takes 28 days for it to complete 1 orbit. But what exactly is a natural satellite? A natural satellite is any type of celestial body that revolves or orbits around the planet. The moon is never still. It moves in 2 ways. It rotates around the Earth and takes 28 days to complete 1 orbit around the planet because it takes the same amount of time for it to rotate on its axis. The moon also always displays the same music face when we observe it over time. These appearance changes are known as lunar phases, and they repeat every 28 days: P quarter, new moon, and last quarter. The moon phases are produced by two reasons: the movement of the moon around the Earth, and because the moon reflects light from the sun as a mirror. New moon. In this phase, the moon is passing between the Earth and the sun. The illuminated phase of the moon is facing the opposite direction to Earth. The dark side ends up facing the Earth, and this is why we cannot see the moon. First quarter. You can see approximately 1 week after the new moon, one half of the illuminated side faces the Earth. It is called the first quarter because from the new moon phase, the one illuminated by the sun grows every time. Full moon. Approximately a week after the first quarter, we can see the whole moon illuminated. The Earth is between the moon and the sun, and we can see it fully. Last quarter, the moon presents its other half phase illuminated. The name from the last quarter comes from the fact that the illuminated side becomes smaller and smaller each time. A very easy trick to know whether the moon is in its first or last quarter is the following. You now know that the moon has 4 phases. If it resembles a C, it is in the last quarter, and if it resembles a D, it is in the first quarter. We're going to learn some interesting facts about the moon today. Now that we know a little bit more about eclipses, don't you think it's fascinating to learn new knowledge? Share in the comments. Please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell to never miss an update. See you in the future video, and thanks for watching!